To solve this data sufficiency question, we'll consider each statement separately first and then together if needed. So before the statements, the question asks us, what is the value of b minus a in the figure above? So in order to work through the different statements individually, let's go ahead and label our interior angles with additional variables so that we can easily reference them. Let's go ahead and let's call this angle x, this one y, and this one down here is z. They're all in degrees since all of the angles in the Gmat will be in degrees. And we can notice from labeling this that we have a pair of vertical angles, b and y. So right here, they're right opposite each other. We also have supplementary angles a and x. And we also have supplementary angles z and c. Since vertical angles are congruent, b equals y. So let's go ahead and just jot that down. We have that information to use if we need it. Since supplementary angles sum to 180, we have that x is equal to 180 minus a, or x plus a equals 180. We also have that z equals 180 minus c, or z plus c equals 180. Also, the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral always equal 360 degrees. So we also have an addition that, let's jot that down, I hope we'll have some room here, x plus y plus z plus d equal 360 degrees. So we have this information to use as we work through our statements. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at statement 1 first. And we'll take a look down here. It's given that c is equal to 140. Since c and z are supplementary angles, that means that z would equal 40. By substitution, we can actually plug this into our equation right here, our long equation that we have. So plugging this into our big equation that we have for the interior angles, we have 180 degrees minus a plus b plus 40 plus d equals 360. Now what we did here is we replaced our z with 40, and we replaced our x with 180 minus a. We could simplify this a little bit, just scrolling down for a little bit more space. We could simplify this with b minus a, leaving those terms on the left-hand side and moving everything else to the right-hand side. We'd end up with 140 minus d. Since we don't know the value of d, we actually cannot determine the numerical value for b minus a. So this statement alone is not sufficient, since we would need to know what d is, and we do not. So we can scroll up and actually eliminate some answer choices. Now that we know that statement 1 alone is not sufficient, we can eliminate answer choice A and D. That leaves us with B, C, and E, so we'll need to consider statement 2. Let's go ahead and scroll down and we'll deal with statement 2 down here. Statement 2 says D is 130. We can do a similar substitution as we did last time. If D is 130, we know that we have 180 minus A plus B plus 180 minus C plus 130 equals 360. Simplifying this a little bit, just like we did before, we can end up with B minus A equals C minus 130. Now we're kind of in a similar situation as we were last time, because in the last statement we didn't know D, so we couldn't figure out B minus A, and here we don't know what C is. So we actually still can't find out what B minus A would be. So this statement alone is not sufficient. So scrolling up, we can actually eliminate answer choice B, because statement 2 alone is not sufficient. We're still left with C and E as answer choices, so we'll need to consider when we combine our statements. So scrolling down, let's go ahead and combine our statements down here. So combining statement 1 and 2, we know that B minus A equals 140 minus D, and we know that D is equal to 130 based off of statement 2. So this first equation we got from statement 1, and the second fact we had was the given information from statement 2 right here. Now we can actually plug this into the equation we got from statement A, and that would give us a value for B minus A. B minus A would actually equal 10. So we were able to find a value for B minus A, which is what the question is asking for. So this statement, the two statements together are sufficient. So if we scroll back up, we can actually eliminate answer choice E, because our correct answer choice would be answer choice C.